Hello, welcome back to the vlog. Today is Tuesday. I'm about to head into a screening of the movie It Lives Inside. It is not struck, so that is great. I am really scared because I think it's a horror thriller film, which not my favorite type of movie, but it does star Megan Suri, who I love, so I had to come support. My friend Dom is supposed to be meeting me shortly. I'm just waiting for her to get here, hopefully in a few minutes, and then we'll head inside and take you along.
Tell me about bringing Indian mythology and lore and this kind of, I love these stories that I grew up with mum telling me. Tell me about bringing that into a diaspora setting and, in 2023 as well.
Well, I felt like some of the stories that I'd grown up hearing, some of these ghost stories from my grandfather and whatnot, there was a real sort of crossover appeal, a very universal appeal to them, I felt, that they would affect really everybody. And when it felt like there was an opportunity to do this film and to tell it as a horror story, I felt like if we could draw from those mythologies, that there was an opportunity to bridge a gap there and to, to speak in the universal language of fear. I think everybody feels fear. When I found this creature, the Pishash, I was like, this is the embodiment of fear. This is the embodiment of it's kind of an uber boogeyman, right? And so what was so exciting to me was the more specific we got with it, the more universal that it started to feel.
We talk a lot now about representation and bringing our full self to work, but listen, I know that is not always easy for women, for people of color. So has that always been important to you? And how has that been a challenge for you in this industry?
What? Being myself? It's a challenge for my husband. No, I think that's why I'm successful, right? Because I am true to myself. But when I came to Hollywood 100 years ago, I remember, I'm from Texas. I'm a Texican, and whoop whoop, Texicans in the house. And I didn't grow up speaking Spanish, and I don't have an accent. And I came out to Hollywood and I would audition for Latin roles, and they were like, "Could you do it with an accent?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, sure." And they were like Rosie Perez, it was like Rosie.
Wow.
It was a Rosie, yeah. And I was like, Rosie Perez is a very specific dialect.
Exactly.
I'm not from the Bronx.
Not from the Bronx, right.
And then I would go out for white roles, and they were like, "Oh, you're Latin," and I was like, "Right, but I mean, I can play this," and so I wouldn't get either. So I played a lot of Italians.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like Longoria.
You had that accent too.
Yeah. I'm Italian. Does that get me the job? And so I straddle the hyphen of being Mexican American. I always hate when people go, "Oh, so you're half and half," and I go, "No, I'm 100% Mexican and 100% American at the same time." And so there was, back then there was nothing like that. On TV that I could, really go like, "Oh, I want that career or that." So, it was like I had to be true to myself because I had to end up creating, pathway forward, and that's why I started directing 12 years ago and producing, because I was like, 15 years ago, and I was like, okay, I can't wait for a job. And I think right now we're in a great opportunity. There's a great opportunity for storytellers to take the reins of your own career, whether you're a writer or director or an actor, because there are so many outlets for these stories to be told. Social media being one of them. How many famous social media stars you know, are now in movies. And you're like, wow, how did that, what? Like, you know, you can reverse engineer your career. I remember watching something and I was like on the TikTok and, is that what it is? Yeah, it's the TikTok. And I just thought, that girl's a good writer. Right, like I was like, she would be a great writer. We gotta put her on a show. We gotta figure out, like, she probably has never written before, but she writes every day because she writes her own little skits and it's really funny. And so I think, you know, right now is a lot easier. You guys are in a time where it's a lot easier to do it, you know. We were in a time where it wasn't quite so easy. It was like auditioning and waiting for that role because those doors weren't open to create.
I'm incredibly humbled. I'm honored to stand here tonight accepting the Judge Harry Ferguson Award from the Salvation Army. First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the Salvation Army for this recognition. It really does mean the world to me. When I embarked on my philanthropic journey, I never really thought about receiving an award bearing the name of such a remarkable individual as Judge Harry Ferguson. His unwavering commitment to justice and compassion for the less fortunate, it still continues to inspire all of us. So I just feel privileged to be associated with his enduring legacy. Thank you. Throughout my career, my philanthropic work has been guided by a sense of responsibility that I feel to make a positive impact. And while my journey has involved various organizations, there is one that I hold very close, which is the Bessie Pragerson Child Care Center, and that's affiliated with the Salvation Army. My connection to the center is deeply personal, as it was my daughter, Charlotte, who is, you all just thank you for that wonderful birthday song. She was the one who introduced me to it, and I now have the privilege of, contributing and continuing the work. So tonight, I just want to highlight the incredible work that the Salvation Army does, both locally and globally, in serving those in need. All of your tireless dedication to improving lives is truly extraordinary. And it's an honor to be recognized by an organization that embodies the spirit of compassion and service. And as we're all here tonight, let's remember that true heroes are the countless individuals who commit their lives to these causes every day. I only see myself as a small part of a larger community of change makers, and it's a privilege to stand among every one of you here tonight. So, yes, to everybody here tonight, I just want to reiterate my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the Salvation Army for that award. I am profoundly touched and humbled by the recognition. And I pledge to continue utilizing my platform to contribute positively in any way that I can to make this world, and specifically Los Angeles, a better place. So thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you all for your unwavering support of the Salvation Army and its vital mission. Together, we can build a brighter future for all. Thank you.
Happy Sunday from Knott's Berry Farm. We are here being hosted kindly by Knott's to check out all of their fall decorations and all the food offerings. So we're excited to be back. We haven't been here, I think, in definitely over a decade, so it's been a hot minute. So we're kind of just trying to find our way around, but we're excited to be here, so let's go. That made me sick. How are you doing?
Good now.
I think I blacked out for a minute. They're still going. But I think now we're gonna go get something to eat. I really want to try some mac and cheese. I don't know, I saw someone's YouTube video and it looked really yummy. So I think we're gonna do that.
All right, we just finished our first meal, or snack, I guess. We got the mac and cheese loaded potato. We decided to get the all-day premium dining plan option for today. Basically, what it lets you do is in most of the grab-and-go places, you can get a entree and a side, and it costs $32 for the day, which is pretty good if you plan to use it at least 3-4 times. I think you can get your money's worth for sure. There is also an option for $11 more to get a drink package that you can refill, I think, every 15 minutes. So I think it's a pretty good deal if you plan to eat at the park. Also, we're sharing it and just kind of grazing throughout the day. So kind of splits the cost between the two of us too.